Good morning. This is the weather hazard briefing for Thursday, December 23rd. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm meteorologist Andrew McCann here at the National Weather Service office in Pocatello. We have an active winter weather period continuing into early next week. We are expecting travel impacts to those out and about for holiday reasons. Long duration snow event is underway with winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings in effect for portions of the area. Here in the Snake Plain today, we are expecting some rain here and in the Magic Valley, which should limit any potential snowfall accumulations, although some of our bench areas just outside of town could see snow or rain-snow mix today. We will have colder temperatures in place tomorrow and into early next week, leading to any precipitation from Friday and beyond to be all snow. And we do have a potential for some Arctic air to move into the area early next week. Looking at the satellite across the Pacific Northwest this morning, you can see widespread cloud cover. All these clouds and the moisture kind of streaming in off the Pacific will come across our area here over the next few days, leading to daily chances for snow across the area. Looking at our weather risk outlook, you can see snow is in the forecast every day between today and Monday. Generally, at least in the valley locations, accumulations will be generally pretty light on a daily basis, but over the next few days we will see some of those snowfall totals start to accumulate a little bit, and much higher snow totals, however, across the higher terrain. We'll get to that here shortly. Taking a look at our warnings and advisories in place this morning, you can see the winter storm warnings in effect there in the pink, mainly in our higher terrain zones, with some winter weather advisories as you get into, say, the Arco Desert, up towards Monida Pass, and over into portions of the Eastern Highlands as well. Now, as far as high temperatures are concerned today, this will be the warmest day here for the foreseeable future, at least with some lower 40s expected probably in the Snake Plain. Cooler temperatures as you head up into the Central Mountains and Eastern Highlands. You can see those snowfall totals that were expected today. That's the reason behind the winter storm warning. 6 to 8 inches across the Sun Valley, 8 to 12 inches up towards Stanley. And as you head east over towards Island Park, Teton Pass area, you can see high totals there as well. In the Snake Plain, Magic Valley, however, you can see generally less than an inch is expected due to the likely influence of some rain limiting our potential accumulations later on this afternoon. As we get into the day Friday, those snow levels will drop. Our high temperatures still above freezing across the Snake Plain, but snow levels will be quite low, so likely to see some accumulating snow across pretty much all the area tomorrow. 1 to 2 inches is what we're expecting right now across the Snake Plain and the Magic Valley. Again, higher totals expected as you get into some of the higher terrain. It will be windy. Today you can see those wind gusts for today there on the left. So certainly quite breezy at times, especially across some of the mountain peaks in the Central Mountains and Eastern and Southeastern Highlands today. As we get into Friday, those winds will diminish a little bit, although it'll still be a tad breezy. So any place that does have some snow on the ground could have some blowing snow concerns, mostly across the higher terrain. As we get into Saturday, things start to cool a couple more degrees as far as afternoon highs are concerned. Multiple rounds of precipitation expected here for the next few days, like I said. So as we get into Saturday, we will see some additional light accumulations across the interstate corridor with some higher totals, again, across the mountain zones. So as far as how much snow are we expecting between now and the end of the day on Christmas, this gives you kind of a general idea of what we might expect across the area. So you can see those numbers there, the probabilities of exceeding a certain amount. So Pocatello, for instance, about a 76% chance of seeing 2 inches or more. But when you head towards that 4-inch threshold, you can see it's down to about 35%. So generally expecting some over the next few days, somewhere in that 2 to 4 inch range. But as you head up towards Sun Valley, you can see basically 100% chance of 8 inches or more, 94% chance of 12 inches or more. So quite a bit of snow expected across our higher terrain. As we get into Sunday, temperatures again cool down a little bit more. Generally expecting just about everybody to be below freezing for afternoon highs on Sunday, with again some additional light accumulations expected as we get into Sunday. Beyond Sunday, there are indications that we could see some Arctic air across the region. Just how cold kind of remains to be seen, but it does look it could get quite cold. So you see all of the western United States, especially across the Pacific Northwest, well below normal probability in the 6 to 10 day time period, as well as the 8 to 14 day time period. So we'll have to see just how cold we get, but it does look like it'll be quite cold to end 2021 and as we move into 2022. So again, expect the active winter weather pattern to continue here for the next few days, with some significant accumulation of snow expected across the higher terrain, with some minor accumulations across the lower elevation. And again, we'll have to keep an eye on that potential for some Arctic air moving in across the area early next week. Thank you for joining us this morning. Everybody stay safe.